This is Daddy video. Making my bed.
How about that intro, guys? Welcome to another CaliWood specialty video. As the little boss lady indicated, we're going to be making a little kid's bed. And it won't just be any kid's bed. We'll be making a house style kid's bed. Starting off here by laying out the slats. Loading the gun with, I think, 1.5 inch nails. And clamping the sides together so I can secure everything into place and begin nailing. Up next is figuring out the angle of the roof, which I'll need to cut out and then join. On the little side note, you'll notice that these aren't how to make videos. There are countless of YouTube channels for that. My videos that I post are simply videos of me making stuff. That's all. By the way, let me know if you prefer my videos with commentary, or if you think I should just shut up and let the video speak for itself. So leave me a comment. I read all the comments. Now I know I could have employed a number of fancy joinery methods, but this was a quick and dirty way to do it, and frankly it works just as good as any others. And the sides are done. Now moving on to the next step, I think here I was cutting down the top supports for the bed that will run across the bed from side to side. But before I do that, I need to make sure everything is nice and square, and you'll see me pre-drill the ends, the four corners of the bed, and drive these long 6-inch screws into place. You'll notice that I used a little bit of paste wax to help these slide right in, if you will. I decided to make some cleats for all four sides, and I'm just trying to ensure that everything is nice and square, and that's exactly what I'm doing right there. The next step is to put it up in the post with some glue, a little dab of glue, and simply nail them into place. Next, you'll see me taking apart the bed, and that's because I'm going to take the actual bottom section and use my trim router to round over all the edges. You want to make sure that this is nice and smooth, because this is the primary part of the bed that my daughter will be climbing in and out of, so you want to make sure that all the sharp edges are knocked down. You'll notice that I added a middle support 2x4, I think actually it was a 2x3, down the center of the bed. Pre-drilled some holes and drilled in the 1.25 inch screws. In this next part, I'm also knocking down all the sharp edges for the stiles and rails that will go all around the bed. Again, you want to make sure that all the sharp edges are completely smooth. Safety first, right? Here's what it looks like from the side when the router bit is knocking off all the sharp edges.
Hello.
She wanted to use a nail gun, and I couldn't say no. At this point, I'm just trying to figure out the spacing for all these slats. I basically use the same approach for all three remaining sides. I laid out a large piece of plastic so that I could spray paint this bed. By the way, if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen that I posted this a little earlier when I first did this. Here I'm getting ready to build two very large drawers that will tuck nicely underneath the bed. Now for this I used 1/2-inch plywood. Oh, check out those muscles. I used 1/2-inch plywood for the drawers. Now I'm not sure why, but I didn't get footage of me adding casters to the drawers. I ended up adding 6 casters to each drawer to support the weight from these drawers. To assemble these drawers, I used simple butt joints and nailed in a couple of nails per side simply to hold it in place. And then later on I went back and added, I believe, 1.25-inch screws. And the screwing begins. Just for kicks, I went with 1 5/8-inch screws for the bottom section, and like I said earlier, 1 1/4 inch for the sides. Obviously, the drawers will need some kind of decorative faceplate, and basically this is what this is. Off camera, I assembled a face frame, if you will, using, I think it was 1 by 12-inch board, and I applied some trim around it. Now here, I could have bought some drawer handles, but I had some dowels, some 3/4-inch dowels that I figured, hey, you know what? I think I can make my own handles. And frankly, you get a bigger satisfaction from making stuff like this on your own. After some light sanding, I joined these together using some epoxy and clamped them together. And basically that's it, folks. The next shots will be the obligatory beauty shots, if you will. So enjoy.